Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nuansa Sugara. I am from Social Science Education, State University of Surabaya, East Java. Thanks to the opportunity, I want to presenting my paper. The title is related to SDGs, water preservation based on myth and local wisdom community around Mount Penanggungan. Introduction. We all know clean water is the main need of all human beings. However, not all humans have the opportunity to enjoy the clean water. Because that, clean water for the entire population of the world is one of the SDGs. In the local community around Mount Penanggungan, East Java has a way to utilize and preserve water resource in its environment. For that, there needs to be a scientific study to find out ways to conserve water in the local community around Mount Penanggungan. This study uses a qualitative approach because it examines local myths and local wisdom. The object of research myth and local wisdom values found in the two locations, Seluliman Village in Mojokerto and Wonosorio Village in Pasuruan. The study subjects were site keepers, village leader, site caretaker, local communities, and local tourists. The study was conducted over 3 months, from August to November 2021. There are many qualitative methods used: documentation studies to look for existing local myths and values that have been researched before. Phenomenology studies are conducted to explore information, like a local wisdom and existence of values, from various sources related to existing phenomena. In the data retrieval, there are several procedures performed in this study. Surveys were conducted to dig up information and clarify myth and historical site on Mount Penanggungan. The next step is in an interview who first review Mount Penanggungan. Data analysis used in the research is qualitative verificative data analysis strategy. The strategy is an inductive analysis of research data collected throughout the research process conducted. In this slide, I want to explain the result of this research. We have two themes: the myth and the local wisdom of local communities in Mount Penanggungan. This is the one of result. Mount Penanggungan has a mythology of how it was created and continues to have an impact on the behavior of the people around Mount Present. Local myth and tradition have implications on the sustainability of people live around the slope of Mount Penanggungan. Some mythologies keep local communities believing in the view of what their ancestors believe. Some traditions are very closely related to the fact that Mount Penanggungan is a source of holy water for the surrounding community. Ruat Sumber is a tradition carried out every year by the people around Mount Penanggungan, especially Seluliman Village and Wonosorio Village, namely Ruat Sumber or Ruat Dusun tradition. Ruat Sumber is a ritual performed in the spring of each hamlet, whose Ruatan tradition process consists of 3 stages, including preparation, implementation, and closing. The first stage of the Ruatan tradition is the preparatory stage that begins with the committee formation. The special committee is tasked with preparing core events such as determining the implementation date, usually carried out before the 10th date of Suroman in Hari Pasaran Legi determination. The second stage of implementation Ruatan tradition is the implementation stage. Before the event, it displays various kinds of art including like a jaranan, bantengan, ujung, and wayangan. This stage contains various arrangements of event. And the next event is release of bird and tree planting as a symbol of nature preservation. Birds released with the provision are not the enemy bird of farmer. While the trees to be planted, there is no provision to use wild trees. The release of birds and planting of trees as a form of preservation and control of nature. Local myth and tradition have implications on the sustainability of people lives around the slope of Mount Penanggungan. Some mythologies keep local communities believing in the few what their ancestors believe. Although culturally, the mythology told in the Book of Tantu Panggelaran is no longer popular around of the people of Penanggungan slopes, however, practically they still try to maintain what is the legacy and realize that is it worth. This is a related myth and local tradition with the sustainable development. The first, water in Mountain Penanggungan is the holy water of true life, which has properties for treatment. In sustainable development values, water that is believed to be sacred will continue to be preserved, maintained by the local community. They are aware that it is a valuable asset of its environment, so it needs to be maintained. And second, prohibition of cutting down trees around Jolotundo people. Maintaining the forest ecosystem around Jolotundo Temple, ecological mitigation so as avoid climatological and hydrological disaster. It is a good thing for flora and fauna. Ruatan water source is done every year. Good appreciation for the local communities for the sustainability of spring in ancient sites. And this is a final slide, the conclusion. Local communities on the slope of Mount Penanggungan, especially around the Tetek Belahan and Jolotundo Temple, have myths or mythology, tradition and values that were aligned with the goals of water resource preservation. The mythology about the creation of the holy water of Mount Penanggungan is in a book from the 5th 10th century, and the local community is unorganized. However, the views and values related to the sanctity of the water source must be maintained and still embedded. Local communities represent water preservation with several traditions, such as Ruat Sumber and Ruat Dusun. The impact of local tradition and values is very positive for preserving water and the ecosystem around the site.